T-minus 11 minutes from...
Welcome to the CSL live coverage of SpaceX CSG-2, which CSG-2 is an Earth observation satellite for the Italian Space Agency, which is part of a reconnaissance constellation using synthetic something radars operating in the X-band. It will be launching today at a scheduled launch time of 6:11 p.m. EST as it goes on to its fifth attempt now, after previously having scrubbed attempts due to yesterday a ship being in the hazard zone and bad weather being the cause for most of them. With this, we have started coverage of this again, as now I do have better Wi-Fi and stuff, so I'm able to actually do these broadcasts more and more, along with getting hardware upgrades and stuff like that. Currently now is talking with you right now is Con, twitter.com/ConOfficial here. From this, yeah, there's really not a lot with this one, surprisingly. It's just carrying the SkyMed, which is the second satellite in the constellation 4. I'm pretty sure it's the SkyMed constellation. I'm probably wrong on that, but it's for the ISA, the Italian Space Agency. Like I said, scheduled on-time launch of 6:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. And it'll be the fifth launch attempt for the CSG-2 satellite, as, like I said previously, we had a weather stand-down for the last 4 ones, and then yesterday we ended up having a ship in the hazard zone at T-minus 31 seconds. Currently right now, the weather is favorable for all launch conditions. So from there, we hope to have a successful launch as we are approaching engine chill. We are still go for launch at 6:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 11:11 p.m. UTC or Universal Coordinated Time. It is launching from the Space Launch Complex 40 or SLC 40 in Cape Canaveral, Florida. To date, there has been 832 rockets that have been launched from Cape Canaveral. Just a little tad bit of history. Yep. And as you see in the background, this is just a clip from SpaceX because they have like this cover clip and explaining what it is. It's one of their Earth observation satellites that are part of their satellite constellations, which is really good. The COSMO-SkyMed. We are now approaching T-minus 8 minutes and 30 seconds till a on-time launch. They will also be recovering the Falcon 9 second stage today as well, which is good. I don't know what the drone ship is for this one. I think it is just read the instructions. Pretty sure that's the normal one. Anyways, we, like I said, are still on time for a T-minus 8 minutes right now, and are on time for a 6:11 p.m. launch.
SkyMed program. The program started in 2007 with the launch of the first satellite of the first generation. Thales Alenia Space is the prime contractor, and we are proud to bring to space a new systems architecture, technologies, and operational capabilities. Full polarization of the sensor enabled to sense the Earth with unprecedented performance. Agility of the platform is really important to add new operational modes, and ultra fine resolution is extremely important to monitor the planet. COSMO-SkyMed is a key program to monitor our planet, to sustain new services and applications, to bring information about the evolution of our planet.
For COSMO-SkyMed Second Generation.
Still go for launch as it approaches T-minus 7 minutes with the COSMO-SkyMed. Engine chill has just started, and next up will be the strong back retract. That retracts the little gate that technically covers the rocket and allows it to be launched. Next up after that will be the startup and liftoff, max Q, main engine cutoff, or MECO, and then the booster back. We have how long this launch will go on for, but based off previous SpaceX launches, we are going to assume it'll be around an hour. At random points in this, you may hear me mute. That is because I have some stuff going on in near where I am doing the stream at. So if that actually does happen, then you'll hear me either mute or stuff like that, or give you a warning before I do that. Approaching now T-minus 6 minutes for the COSMO-SkyMed as we are halfway to strong back retract.
Liftoff of the Falcon 9 carrying the COSMO-SkyMed satellite, and we're progressing into the final stages of the launch countdown. Now, the two-stage Falcon 9 vehicle stands 229 feet tall, or slightly taller than a 21-story building. That bottom two-thirds of the vehicle is the first stage. Its objective is to accelerate the vehicle through the Earth's atmosphere.
We are currently approaching T-minus 5 minutes and 30 seconds till launch, as we are now over halfway to strong back retract, where the Falcon 9 will separate from the staging. The startup is then after that. It goes to liftoff, MaxQ, MECO, boostback, and then fairing deployment, and then we will have the deployment of the SkyMed satellite. This is all upcoming, and now T-minus 5 minutes and 10 seconds, and we'll continue more coverage as that intrudes.
The large trusted structure that you see there to the left of the vehicle.
For strong back retract.
That is the TE to the left of the vehicle on your screen. Now we use that to roll the vehicle out to the pad and raise it to its vertical launch position. The TE also routes the vehicle's fluids, power, and telemetry umbilicals from the ground systems to the rocket and satellites until Falcon 9.
We are now at the strong back retract stage of this launch, as we are approaching now just a bit below T-minus 4 minutes and 30 seconds to launch, with a still on time and scheduled launch for 6:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 11:11 p.m. Universal Coordinate Time or UTC. Strong back retract was just confirmed, and there it goes. As you can see, those little clamp things are just the strong back, which detaches from the fairing and the Falcon 9 itself. Startup is now about T-minus 2 minutes away at this point, I'm pretty sure, as we are now T-minus 4 minutes until launch. Still scheduled for an on time, with the weather being good and nothing in the hazard area, as we see. This fifth attempt may be the one.
The structure is hinged and then will retract away from the vehicle in preparation for launch. And it's very slight, but that TE is moving away from the vehicle there on your screen. Now, at this point in the countdown, both the first and second stages are nearly fully loaded with 1 million pounds of kerosene fuel and liquid oxygen. Both first stage and second stage should finish prop loading at about a minute.
Getting down to now about T-minus 3 minutes until launch, as we are just about halfway until startup. At startup, the Falcon 9's launch computer will take over, and then from there it will do everything autonomously with the launch, deployment, and everything else.
Warmer ambient air in Florida there and condenses the air around it, causing those white clouds. At T-minus 60 seconds, Falcon 9 will be in startup. That means that the rocket's autonomous internal flight computers have taken over the launch countdown. Just inside T-minus 2 seconds, we light the Merlin M1D engines for liftoff. The COSMO-SkyMed satellite continues to be healthy, and the Falcon 9 team is tracking no issues on the vehicle. Weather is still looking great, some clear blue skies there.
We are about now halfway to startup, or a bit over halfway, as we are green on the pad for launch tonight. We are still go. We are now at T-minus 2 minutes and 10 seconds until launch, with everything still looking good. Like I said, weather is amazing, as you can see. But from there, we will start, as we are now coming up on startup. During the slight intermissions that we may have, which either means, well, not the aircraft, sorry, I'm thinking aviation here. Well, the rocket is in its quote-unquote cruising stages, or when it's going up and then it delays, yada yada. We will have music playing in the background as well, along with additional commentary. As we're now heading into startup. And if you were watching the SpaceX stream along here, they did have the call-up for the H2 prop, as they are now doing liquid venting, as you can see right now. Venting liquid oxygen. And startup is now going to happen around now T-minus 1 minute. Everything is good for launch on the pad right now. Weather's, like I said, amazing. T-minus 1 minute now. Startup has started. Liftoff is now the next up stage. There we go.
Excellent.
Go for launch. We are still good for launch right now. T-minus 30.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff. In Busca al Lupo. Go Falcon, go Cosmo.
Vehicle is pitching downrange. M1D chamber pressures are nominal.
That was successful liftoff of Falcon 9 as it heads up. Looks way darker. Natasha in chat says, where are they launching from? Space Launch Pad or SLC 40 in Cape Canaveral, Florida. They just had a successful launch at 6:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's what we call gimbaling, and that turns the rocket horizontally. That's what we call a gravity turn. We're still going up, but we're now also heading horizontally away from the launch pad. The rocket typically needs to go
Falcon
about...
9 is supersonic.
We need to go about 17,500 miles per hour horizontally in order to avoid being pulled back down to Earth.
Max Q.
And there we heard the call out for max Q. We have now passed through the maximum aerodynamic pressure. This is the largest structural load on the vehicle. And with that, we do have 5 events coming up back to back. They'll happen within seconds of each other. And these events include the first stage making its way back to landing zone 1 today. So we'll have MECO, main engine cutoff, stage separation, a flip of the first stage, SES-1, or second stage engine start 1, and then followed immediately by the boostback burn on the first stage. Again, that's 5 events happening within seconds of each other. We should get some good views of these happening. Again, that is MECO, stage separation, S1
Vehicles
flip.
on a nominal trajectory.
Good call-outs there. So stage 1 flip, SES-1, and the boostback burn coming up here in a few seconds.
MECO. Stage separation confirmed. And back ignition.
Stage 1, boost back startup.
And some incredible views from the ground cameras. We actually got to visually see MECO stage separation and see the first stage flip on your screen. That was incredible to see. Now what you're seeing on your screen on the left-hand side is the first stage, currently in its boostback burn. That is the first of 3 burns to make its way back to land. And on your right-hand screen, we do have the second stage engine lit up, and so far looking really good on a nominal trajectory.
Stage 1, boost back shutdown.
And we heard that call out that the boostback burn has ended. Now in a few seconds here, we should see the fairing halves on the second stage being deployed. We've got some awesome views here. The left-hand screen is showing the first stage with the grid fins deploying on your screen.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And we heard that call out and visual confirmation on your right-hand screen that the fairing halves have deployed. They're now making their way back to Earth, and we will attempt to recover them with our recovery vessel named Bob today.
Yep. They will be trying to recover the fairings as well today. I forgot to mention that.
Of the vehicle as it is making its ascent. And we are T plus 4 minutes and 23 seconds into today's mission, and we're currently in the first of 2 planned MVAC burns for satellite deployment. Now at T plus 6 minutes and 11 seconds, you should see on your screen the first stage is entry burn. That entry burn will be the second of 3 burns needed to make its way back to landing zone 1 today. And for the entry burn, we relight 3 of the 9 M1D engines. And that starts with the center E9 engine, followed by the E1 and E5 engines. And that helps to slow the vehicle down as it passes back into the Earth's atmosphere. And we need to slow the vehicle down to reduce...
Both vehicles continue to follow nominal trajectories.
Great call-outs. Everything's looking nominal. And for that entry burn, we do need to slow down the vehicle to reduce the re-entry forces. That helps us to recover and reuse the first stage. You can see on your left-hand screen those grid fins that opened up. Those help to guide the vehicle back as it makes its way to its landing target. And again, today we are attempting to land at landing zone 1. This is back at land. We need 3 burns to get us there. We've already completed the boostback burn, and we're coming up on the entry burn here. And just
Entry burn will happen in, like they just said, just under 30 seconds, as they will be recovering the booster and the fairings at, I'm pretty sure it's Site 1, if I'm correct. I think is where they're recovering the fairings. And the drone ship, I have no clue, but I'm going to assume it's just read the instructions. Honestly, that's the one they've always done a lot of times, so I'm mainly going for just read the instructions. Oh god, hello Philip. Hello Phil. You came from Discord. Okay. Cool anti-pro services. So cool to look up and watch this. Honestly, I wish I could live in Florida just to actually watch SpaceX launches, because they are amazing. Oh, here we go. They're re-entering here. As you can see, the speed goes down insanely fast, as well as insanely quick. Alright. Yep. Oh, geez. Hello, everybody who's watching. I just now looked at how many people are watching. I mean, it's not my best record, because my record is like 21,000 people, which was surprising. But I do appreciate everybody else who comes and watches these, because oh, as you can see there, you can see the booster as it comes down in. Waiting up for those call-outs. So, I think it's just to read the instructions is the drone ship. Transonic now. And there's a line. Whoa. That is a really good view. Holy cow. Landing zone 1. It comes in. Looks all nominal currently. Oh, this is on land. That's right. It's not even on, this is landing, not water. Yeah! There you go. That's successful not deployment, but, landing on land, too. Landing zone 1, the Falcon 9. That is a good job there. That is the 102nd or 103rd. Oh.
to a Falcon 9.
Oh, apparently. Oh, geez.
Awesome.
Oh, I just realized you
Now,
cannot
next
hear
up,
the
we will have
background
the
noise,
shutdown
but-
of the MVAC.
Yeah, next up is the MVAC shutdown, or SECO 1, or second engine cutoff 1. Chico 1 confirmed. There you go. That looks like here to be just a bit of communications and stuff. That usually always happens. There it is. Yep. Yep, T plus 56 minutes is when the next one is, so it'll be about 40-minute downtime. So until then, we'll provide a bit of additional commentary, but mainly we won't. So enjoy these little things, and we'll come back to you whenever we have any other updates. Thank you for watching the CSL coverage, as we will continue to cover you here and on our Twitter and website at confirmedspace.org/confirmed launches. We'll see you in about 45 minutes or every couple, 10 minutes or so. So, yep, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the launch. Jennifer Blue in the chat says, Kennedy Space Center is where they're launching. No, they are not. They actually launch from the Space Launch Complex 40 in Cape Canaveral. Not from Kennedy. So they're two different, unless they're the same place, which I'm pretty sure they're not. Or maybe they are. No, they are. Kennedy Space Center, Florida. Oh, no, never mind. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, wait, no, that is Starlink. Yeah, that's Starlink. Starlink's from LC-39A at Kennedy. They are from SLC-40, Cape Canaveral, today. So, yeah, they are from, yeah. Yes, I didn't even realize that, too. Yeah, they are, they recovered their booster in Landing Zone 1 as well, which was successful. They are in, coasting right now, and the MVAC engine will be around T plus 56. Yep, anyways, from then to any other questions, stuff like that, I will answer greatly in chat as well while we are waiting here for the next 45-something minutes. family sticking around and watching. Don't leave just yet. We have more coming up in the future here, as we have the NVAC lighting and Seco 1 around T plus 56 minutes. We'll also be doing a lot of other things too upcoming around, and maybe about 5 to 10 minutes we'll be doing some other games and questions and stuff like that, along with, like I just said, answering your guys' questions that have been either submitted to Twitter or other sites or stuff like that, or even questions asked from people on SpaceX, or just frequently asked questions. If you are interested in following along, even if you cannot watch the webcast, we do have a Twitter, twitter.com/confirmedsl, where we will be posting live play-by-play, or not play-by-play, but live updates of the mission there as well. And on the website, we are working on a live update, like widget thing for it. It's taking a bit to code, first of all, because we're live coding it, so that way it can be sent from a web server. And then, but our provider we use, which is Google Sites, because I don't really want to pay for some other things. I might switch to Squarespace, ironically, but we're manually coding it in. Like I said, twitter.com/confirmedsl for any live updates there. We'll have one on the website later, probably after the stream we'll have it done. And for those just joining us now, the CSG-2 Falcon 9, we just had a on-time launch at 6:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The second stage is now in coasting for about around 45 minutes, and will be done coasting and be MVAC around T plus 56 minutes. Until then, continue just watching, listening, and we'll be back in around 10 minutes for more updates, or if there is any updates in that 10 minutes, and yada, yada, yada. For those who are just joining us, we had an on-time liftoff at 6:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the second stage now cruising to its desired orbit, and will be there around T plus 56 minutes or around 45 minutes. Not from now, but probably like around 30 minutes from now. Like I said, any updates will also be on our Twitter here and website. If you'd like to follow me, my Twitter is @ConOfficial, as I'm one of the main commentary hosts at CSL. Anytime, but from there, we will be back every around 5 to 10 minutes for updates, questions, etc. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in chat or on Twitter. They'll be answered here and on Twitter or in the chat. Happening tomorrow as well at 1:56 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, February 1st, we have Starlink's Group 4-7 from LC-39A at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Happening on Wednesday, February 2nd, 2022, there will be the NRLL 87 from SLC-4E in Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. As you see now, there is some live images from the Falcon 9 of the actual satellite itself. Once again, we will be back around every 5 to 10 minutes, so if you have any questions or anything like that, you can ask them in the chat or on our Twitter. From there, they will also be answered here. Like I said before, if you want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter handle is @ConOfficial, and we'll see you in the next 5 minutes. If you were just now joining us, we had an on-time launch at 6:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, and as right now, the second stage isn't coasting, and the second engine cutoff, or CECO-1, will be happening around T plus 56 minutes. As you can see on the bottom of your screen, the SpaceX little timeline thing. SES-2, our second engine start 2, will be next. Once again, we'll be back every 5 to 10 minutes, even though this was shorter than that recommended time. We'll be back for more updates and stuff like that. those just joining us again, we had an on-time launch at 6:11 p.m. Eastern. Commentary will once again also resume every 5-10 minutes, but I'm actually probably going to throw that rule out the window because I'm currently keep on looking back at the viewership and whatever keeps going up, so that's why I'm talking a lot more. Like I said, we are now T plus 31 minutes and 4 seconds, and we are around halfway there now to second engine start 2 and the deployment of the SkyMed. The SkyMed is a observational satellite that was made by and for the Italian Space Agency, which will observe Earth, if I remember correctly. As you see, Stage 2 is now heading over. I'm pretty sure that is Australia. Actually, that might not be. That actually is, I think, Antarctica. I don't know countries that well. I guess, yeah, from there, commentary will resume every 5-10 minutes if I end up actually keeping that rule a thing. MVAC is around T plus 56, along with second engine start and the deployment of the payload today. More updates and replays will be available on the CSL channel tonight, which is one of our fastest turnaround times there, as well as tomorrow. And on Wednesday, there is more SpaceX launches, being the Starlink 4-7 and the Canaveral 87 launches at 1:56 p.m. Eastern and 3:18 p.m. Eastern, respectively. We'll see you back in probably a couple of minutes as we go on. Once again, thank you for going on CSL and using this as your coverage for tonight's launch. chat here. Ballroom Dance Chris says, we were at the launch tonight. Go, baby, go. Were you actually? What was it like down? It was Cape Canaveral, I'm pretty sure. So what was the launch down there like? Like, how did they close everything off? Because I've always been interested in people who have been down there. So, like, what was it all like? Because I feel like that would be kind of interesting. Like, when did they road close? Stuff like that, if you even know. I'm guessing it was a pretty exciting launch, too, down there for you if you when actually watching it live. Because that's been the one thing I've always wanted to do is watch a space launch live. By live, I mean in person. Because, of course, I can watch it online live. But it's different watching it in person, I feel like, than if you were watching it online. Because you'll have the more feel when you're there. If that sounds weird at all, but you have that more of a feeling of actually watching it and experiencing it than if you do it online. Because now I've watched 100 or so SpaceX launches at this point, or even space launches in general, and I've always wanted to go see one. And I think it'd be an interesting job too, because someone want to work as an avionics production coordinator at SpaceX, but I also wish it would be kind of fun to be, as my job, do launches like this, kind of like the Everyday Astronaut and NASA space flight, stuff like that. I think that would be kind of a really cool job to do, bringing more stuff, because I really do enjoy doing CSL, and even bringing space information down to, I'm going to steal Everyday Astronaut's quote here, down to ordinary people, I guess. People who don't really know a lot, and it would be really cool for me, I feel like, for me to go and start educating others on that. And that's the original reason why I actually started doing CSL, was because I wanted to start putting my knowledge and insights in space into use, and then bringing this stuff like into an enjoyable type thing like this. And I explained something like this on a podcast I was doing a while ago, but I won't be able to do CSL forever, which is one of the sad things to me, is that because I'll have to stop at some point. I don't know when I will, because we did take monthly breaks every so often with streams, but that was either because I needed to work on stuff or even school got in the way, which is a problem, because there's a lot of launches, like the upcoming ones, I can't cover, because I'll either be in school when they happen, or I won't be able to make it in time to them, which is one of the things, which is why I don't like school sometimes. I mean, I like it in general, but I just wish I could do stuff like this as my job, like earning a good income. I don't know. If you're just now joining us too, we had an on-time launch of 6:11 p.m. Eastern today. This was their 5th attempt, and it finally was successful, as the second stage is now coasting and will be at its desired orbit at T plus 56 minutes. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, once again, my Twitter handle is @ConOfficial, and we will see you in about 5 minutes. have about 4 minutes, as it seems now, until... Or wait, no, sorry. Okay. Never mind there. I forgot. It's not T plus 45, it's T plus 56. That is my fault. Once again, we'll be back in like 5-10 minutes, probably. I gotta go eat. I have not eaten all day, which is normal for me, because I don't usually eat breakfast or lunch. I usually only eat dinner. But... from there, yeah, I'm probably just going to go eat a snack or something for this. I haven't had CSL in a while, so it's interesting going back into it after having... The only last CSL stuff was the static fires. That was interesting because I have only done 1 or 2 Starship streams before then. The one was ascent 15, where it successfully landed and everything like that, which huge advancement for SpaceX there. One of the most amazing things I've seen, probably, watching live streams. But then I only did the those other 2 static fire ones for the orbital flight that they were trying to plan. I don't know when that is. Isn't that late February, early March is when it's planned? I have no clue. I haven't been keeping up on SpaceX's Twitter recently. The only thing I've been looking at is their launch times. But... yeah, from there right now, T plus 56 minutes, we'll be back with more information. I'm going to go eat. Like I said, from there, after the stream ends, we will sign off and get planning, because we will not be able to cover tomorrow's launch. We possibly will be able to cover Wednesdays. There's a lot of snow coming in to where I live, so I might have a snow day then, or I might get off of school early enough. But... yeah, like I said, we'll see you at T plus 55 minutes around then. are approaching T plus 56 minutes, as we are now at T plus 54:25. Like I said, SCS-2, or second engine start 2, will be at T plus 56 minutes, and then the deployment shall be around a minute after. 30 seconds to a minute after. It actually might not be that long. As we are now approaching T plus 55 is when we're scheduled to be back. We have currently had no other questions so far. So these are some Q&As that I've been finding through SpaceX and everything else. Is that mainly what launch was this from? It was from SLC, or Space Launch Complex 40 in Cape Canaveral, Florida. Tomorrow there will be a Starlink, or Starlink Group 4-7, which will be launching at 1:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. CSL will not be covering that launch. We will, though, have live updates at commercialspacelaunchers.com/G4-7. That webpage still has to be put up, but as you can see now, we are back up to second engine start 2.
Falcon 9 launched on time at 6:11 p.m. Eastern Time from Space Launch Complex 40. We successfully recovered the first stage back on land tonight, and that was the third land landing for this specific booster. While second stage completed its first burn, taking the COSMO-SkyMed satellite into initial parking orbit. Now we're just a few seconds away from the second ignition of the MVAC engine, carrying the second stage and COSMO-SkyMed into the orbit needed to deploy the satellite.
MVAC startup.
You just heard there, the MVAC startup was been confirmed and shut down. So COSMO-2, or second engine good enough 2. I said waiting for good orbit confirmation. And alright, the payload deployment is around T plus 1
Owned by the
hour.
Italian Space Agency
So
and
that
Ministry
is
of
around
Defense.
4 minutes now.
Aperture payload able to acquire images in any part of the Earth's surface with an unprecedented resolution and image quality. The COSMO-SkyMed satellites, like the optical systems, are able to operate during the night and in presence of clouds. This is thanks to the specific frequency used for the acquisition. The antenna is totally new and is able to acquire simultaneously images at a very big distance between them, and the data acquired contain a lot of new information with respect to the past generation. For the better use of the satellites and the exploitation of data, we have developed a new control center and processing center in Italy. This will enable the development of new science and new services application for the benefit of citizens, institutions, and entrepreneurs.
COSMO-SkyMed constellation is not only a very important technical instrument in the field of Earth observation, but is also an important support.
We are now coming up and approaching T plus 1 hour, where the deployment of the MedVac satellite, the SkyMed satellite will be then deployed, and that will then be the end of our coverage after that happens. Our total stream time currently is sitting at 1 hour and 25 minutes, which is one of our shorter streams, considering we did a 24-hour one and then a 12-hour one, which I'm still surprised I did, but because I had to manage that at school, which was funny. But in the background too, there's just a SpaceX clip of the ISA, and they're going over what it is. We are at altitude plus 59 minutes and 15 seconds, around now 45 seconds until deployment of the SkyMed.
The rest of the world.
If you're just now launch at 6:11 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by successful ascent, stage separation, first stage landing, and 2 second stage engine burns. Now, the booster that supported today's COSMO-SkyMed mission successfully landed for the 3rd time back on land at landing zone 1. And we have just one more major milestone coming up, and of course, that is the deployment of the COSMO-SkyMed payload from Falcon 9's second stage. And we're coming up on that in a few seconds here, and we've got a great live view.
I'm just waiting for the payload deployment. And there it is.
Payload deploy confirmed.
And there you go.
Incredible view of the COSMO-SkyMed satellite drifting away from our Falcon 9 second stage. That is visual confirmation of payload deploy, and that will also bring our webcast to a close. All of us here at SpaceX want to give a big thank you to our customer, Thales Alenia Space, for entrusting us with today's mission for it.
Right. Thank you for watching tonight's stream with this. Our total stream time for today was 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 35 milliseconds. That is one of the shortest streams we've done, but it was great having this, and we thank you for, if you did watch the entire thing, which props to you if you did. I don't know how anybody could. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, and we will see you in the next CSL stream. Once again, a replay of the stream will be live on the CSL website, along with a couple other things. And signing off from CSL's headquarters in Michigan, I'm Khan, and have a good night.